Hi, welcome to your video overview of your Advocacy and Action Team project. Associated with this project are 6 different elements. You have 3 individual elements and you have 3 group elements. This is one of your first individual elements, and at the end of this video, I'll be asking you 6 different questions that each member of your group is responsible for submitting on their own. So you'll receive an individual assignment for the response to this video overview of the group project. The second assignment that's due is your group contract. So that is your first group assignment for this project. That is also due at the same time as your overview response. So today we're going to go a little bit more in depth on what all of the elements of your Advocacy and Action project are. So I'm going to share my screen here and go into Canvas. So this is what your Canvas page should look like as you're going into this week's module. So you see here that you have a team contract due, and then you have your overview with instructor due. You also should see here that you have a description of this project. You have an example of the team paper submission, and then you have an example of your video presentation submission. So this is from this week's module. You should familiarize yourself with these elements as you start to move through and move toward the group project. So I'm going to fast forward us just a little bit into your Advocacy and Action assignment module. So here we're going to go into the team project description because I want you all to be familiar with what items are involved with a team project. You see here that you're going to have a digital media post and infographic. So this is what makes up your digital media campaign. All of these items should be unique. Next week, you're going to do a module, on digital storytelling, and that will give you all the tools you and your teammates need to design this digital awareness campaign. So all of those posts that you're asked to do will need to be unique and new. So you're not taking from your nonprofit's website and just reposting them. You can use some of the information. You absolutely should use information from your nonprofit's website, but your team need to design unique new posts that are bringing awareness to your campaign, to your nonprofit, to the needs of your nonprofit. So that's first and foremost. And then as you scroll down, you'll see that we have posted a rubric for you to reference. As I go through and grade these assignments, this is the guideline that I am using. So in that team project, you're going to have a written report. And then at the end, you have an appendix that has your digital awareness campaign. In that actual written report, I need you to describe your campaign for me. What platforms did you use? Why did you choose to use those? What demographic are you reaching by choosing those platforms and doing this specific type of campaigning? Then you're going to have your implementation and effectiveness. So what kind of response did you get from the public on the posts that you made? Did you have people reposting? Did you have people commenting and saying this is fantastic or this is terrible? Give some kind of feedback on what kind of response you got from the posts that you presented. Conversely, I realize you have a really short amount of time for this project. If you didn't get many responses, you can say to me why you thought you didn't get that many responses. Or you can say, if we'd had 3 more weeks to post and repost and share, we feel like we could have reached X amount of viewers. So project here why you think that your digital awareness campaign was effective. It's all virtual, so we really need you to try and push this out to the public through your social media. And then finally, you have a research element. So here you need 4 different scholarly resources, one of which can absolutely be your nonprofit organization, either their website or if you did some kind of interview, but you only use that once. So if you're using the website, that's the only scholarly resource from them that you would use. You can also use our course textbook, the Communication in Action. If you're citing different advocacy or digital storytelling elements, you should absolutely use the CIA as one of your scholarly resources. And then do research if you're doing a nonprofit about homelessness. If you do research on homelessness in America and in Tarrant County, whatever research you find, that's one of your sources. So here, and you need to cite research in your paper. So I need to see that you've done some research into your nonprofit and your advocacy elements. So the next assignment that is a group assignment for you guys is your video presentation. So here we're going to go and take a look at that rubric. So again, this is your 3rd team assignment, is that creative video presentation. So you see here right off the bat, you have a 5 to 7 minute video that you need to present. This needs to be a video and not a PowerPoint with a voiceover. So I repeat, do not do a PowerPoint and have one of your team members talking over it. Now, if you do a video and you have team members' voices, that's absolutely okay, but not a PowerPoint. I do not want slides and then someone just talking over the slides. And we had a couple submissions of a Zoom presentation with PowerPoints, and that also is not what we're looking for. So do not do a PowerPoint slide presentation. So as we go into our different rubric elements, again, you'll be graded on educational content. You need to be talking specifically about how you're advocating. So using information from our course and how you built this digital awareness campaign, how you can go into the community and educate people on your nonprofit, and then the effectiveness of the video. How creative is it? Is it something that is easy to follow? Is the volume, don't have super low volume on this, because if I can't hear it, I can't grade it. So make sure that it has good volume and pitch, and you're not talking too quickly. Everything is well paced, and that it also has that educational unique quality. And finally, your research again. So it's the same 4 scholarly resources that you used in your paper can be used here in your video, but cite those sources during the video. So tell me about the different research that you found as you go through your video presentation. So again, it's 5 to 7 minutes. You'll get 30 seconds cushion on either side of that. So if it's 4 minute 30, you will not be deducted, but if it's over 7 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll stop the video as if you finished. So you have that 30 second cushion. I don't know if I said minute. It's 30-second cushion before and after that 5 to 7 minutes. So those are the 2 different rubrics that I wanted to share with you today. And then you have the last 2 elements of your project are the peer evaluation and the self-evaluation. So both of these items are individual submissions. So you're going to have your peer evaluation where you evaluate each individual member of your group. So you're not doing one big evaluation of everybody. You're going to be asked to give me rankings for each individual member, and then submit that all. And then you'll have the self-evaluation where you'll be prompted to respond and tell me about your participation in your project. So 6 elements total. I know it's a lot today, but it's broken out over the next couple of weeks. Today, you're being asked to answer the questions that I'm about to ask you and submit those, and then You also should have been in contact with your group members to work on your team contract and divvy up the work and figure out who's going to do what. So those are the two items that are going to be due in the next couple of days. And so now here are the 6 questions that you guys need to respond to individually and submit to me for your video overview response. The first question is, what are the 3 different sections of the video presentation rubric? What 3 sections will you be graded on? The second question are, what are the 3 sections of the report rubric? So you have that team project report, that is the written document that you will need to submit to me. We went over the rubric. What are those 3 different elements? Number 3, what is the expected length of your creative video presentation? So in the description of the assignment on Canvas, what is the expected length of that presentation? Number 4, how many scholarly references are required for the video presentation and the team report? Number 5, which assignments are due as group assignments and which assignments are due as individual assignments? So you have 6 assignments total, which are group assignments and which are individual assignments. And your last question is, do media posts and infographics associated with your virtual deliverables need to be unique and new or used from a previous poster? So do those elements have to be original and new, developed by your team, or can you take them from some other site and just repost them? So your digital awareness campaign elements, do they need to be unique and new or reused, and why? Those are your 6 questions for the video overview response. Please reach out to me. I'm always available to answer questions if you have them.